Laser Wolf here, casting the second game between Team Double Champ and Team TFAM in the Z tournament. So this map is, let me take a look. This is Campo Marsh. So you start with berries around your TC. There are a ton box turtles in the middle, and golden stone on the outside, protected by lines and surrounded by trees. If we take a look, TFAM is instantly going to the middle and dropping mills so they can collect their box turtles. Let's take a look at the TFAM teams right away. We have Teal here, and Teal is the Byzantines. Good trash team. None of them opting to go to berries, just instantly going to the mill. If we check out green, the Indians. And so if we switch over and take a look at their civ, they of course get the bonus where fishermen work 15% faster and carry plus 15. That is going to make this huge, just massive. And if you look, neither Law Dog nor myself have moved to the middle yet, opting instead for the berries. We have myself here playing the Huns. So you don't have to build houses. You start with that 200 right away. Lots on berries to start. And, oh, that's not Law Dog. There he is. If we look at Law Dog, he's playing the Burmese and also just on berries on this map. You also have one boar. There's some deer packs roaming around. Or is it just singles? Looks like singles. Law Dog dropping a house. Trying not to get housed. So this map is pretty unique. It requires a different type of meta than the other ones. Ones that, you know, we're trying to figure out. We're still trying to figure out how to play this map. It's very different. General Zuma now going to the straggler trees. And look at that eco on the boxfish. Sorry, the box turtles, sorry. He's at population 11. He has 2 villagers queued up, 3 villagers queued up in his TC, if you look at us right now. 11 with 1 villager queued up, so they have a massive, massive advantage when it comes to their food eco. Teal getting a lot of food there. Still, neither Law Dog nor myself on the box turtles. That is probably a pretty big mistake. Law Dog going up, luring his boar. Let's take a look at my base. Boar still not lured. 4 on wood. Here comes the boar for Law Dog. Getting hits on. Oh, what's happening down here? Some scout initiation. Just hitting a villager. Being annoying. Not much happening, though. TC is loaded up with the berry gatherers. Hitting. Oh, this boar. Not good placement. You want it to get in this area. But. Oh well. It happens. Scout still checking out what's going on. Villagers clearing out box turtles. That's a lot. A lot of food income. Teal has a nice wood line here. So if we take a look again, there are gold pits. 4. Not, you don't start with your large one, just 4. So they're forward for Teal. Forward for green, but 1 in the back. Law Dog, on the other hand, 1 in the back, 1 forward, and then myself, forward and back. So not too bad. Here comes a boar for myself. Villagers hitting it, and it will get killed in a much better... That's just a perfect, right on the right tile. That's where you want it. Compared to over there. Take that, Law Dog. I beat you once again. Ooh, and an idol. Yeah, Law Dog's just not that great at this game. I'm just joking. He, of course, is the much higher ranked player than myself. Mill coming down for myself. In the box turtles at 6 minutes and 51 seconds. Maybe a little late. We'll have to see how this plays out. I mean, I know how it played out since this game happened earlier today. But I guess you'll have to find out. Oof. Anticipation. Law Dog moving over to gold. as the Burmese drop into barracks. Let's see if he has anything coming up in that barracks. Not yet, but he probably will pretty soon. Lodog Scout is idle. Took a lot of hits. Probably got caught underneath the TC. I missed it, unfortunately. Barracks getting dropped for myself. Starting to wall. Villager moving forward to go and collect the box turtles. Now having 4 on it, but just nothing compared to teals and greens. Eco on the box turtles. Still nothing queued up in that barracks. Barracks getting dropped by the Indian player. Forward barracks. If we actually, I want to pause this and take a look. So Law Dog, not clicked up yet. At population 22 with 304 food. With, let's see if it changes. No villagers queued up in the TC. Let's take a look at General Zuma. 800 population. So 22. Sorry, 800 population. 22 population Law Dog. Why did I say 800? I don't know where that came from. 18 population with 366 food. If we take a look in the TC, he's almost all the way up to feudal. Not the best time still. I mean, 823 is a little late, but, well, it is late, but still better than when you consider the fact that neither Law Dog nor myself are up. Roman Ragnarok at 21. Of course, the Byzantines buildings are cheaper. Let's start this again. With 385, just that food is coming in so fast. Barracks getting dropped forward by him. Let's take a look from my perspective. 423 food with 22 population. And this is going to be very late clickups for Law Dog and myself. Feudal coming in for General Zuma. We do have the score advantage at the moment, but that probably won't last for long when you take a look at that. Law Dog coming down, putting out a mill on the box turtles, and a stable is getting dropped by the Indian player right next to the barracks. Continuing to wall in my own base. Feudal is on its way up. It should be on its way up for Law Dog also. No, it's not. He's getting loom first, then he will go up. There is going to be a little bit of delay, so honestly, watching this, some bad play currently from Team Double Champ. We should maybe have, oh no, we definitely should have gotten this sooner. This resource is huge. They had way more food than us, so much faster, and already scouts are pumping out for General Zuma. Let's take a look. What does he have here? He has 1, 2, 3 scouts in total moment, dropping more houses. So much food in the bank. 3 villagers queued up, lots on wood. Still collecting, where is it? There it is, collecting all the box turtles. And this is going to be pretty hard for us to come back from. Just there, still moving on to farms, you know, some on box turtles, but that early investment into berries, them being such a slow resource, both of them up to feudal before Law Dog and myself. Law Dog does have units queued up in his barracks. He has 3 militia, except 1 is housed. So, sorry, he is housed at the moment, so 1 of them is going to have to wait. The scouts are moving forward for General Zuma. They're honing in on Law Dog's fishermen. He has walled off the front, but not completely. They're going to get in, and they're going to take out these villagers. They're going to deal a lot of damage. The militia still in his base. He's up to feudal. Last up to feudal. And 1 villager drops for him. I think 2 should go down. And what was that? Why are they there? Move out. Move out. Oh, and the militia taking the engagement. An attack upgrade on them, but that's it. Oh, heavy losses for Law Dog there. Not a good initiation. Another villager will go down. Scout still looking around for me. trying to figure out what to do. Let's take a look in my base. There is a stable in the back. Not good placement. I was doing it for walling, but now looking back, it should always be forward, closer to the enemy. He's walling, and if you take a look, there are stone walls coming out and lots of trash. Lots of spearmen. Very difficult to deal with at this time. The scouts are hitting the mill. Spearmen out for General Zuma as well. And moving over now. I thought I had completely walled, but if you look here, I didn't. There's a big area unwalled. The scouts are out. However, I was having difficulty grouping them together. Pathfinding in this game when walls are up was very confusing. One villager drops from me. Likely two, likely three. All these villagers are going to go down. There's no escape. There's just nowhere to get out. They're stuck. Painful. This just hurts to watch. This was messy play. That early movement to the berries. Of course, if you check it out, Law Dog's eco. He did switch to some spearmen. There's a spearman battle coming out right now. Law Dog does have the attack upgrade, as does General Zuma. He did end up clearing that out, but if you take a look in his base, his only eco is coming from berries, and that being the slowest form of gathering food. The stone walls are completely up, which is an interesting choice when you consider on this map there is no stone other than on the outside. Teal has moved to the outside, is starting to chop through. Green looks like he should be doing that relatively soon, walling the sides. Scouts still having difficulty running around. I was pretty frustrated at that point. Spearmen are moving forward. The walls are extensive for green. Using gates, collecting it in. The spearmen are doing some damage, except the thing is, they'll get cleared up pretty easily if some skirmishers come out for green. He's continuing to just pump out those spearmen. No upgrades. But look at this coming in from the Byzantine player. He has skirmishers back, and there are so many spearmen still unupgraded, but they will clean up Law Dog's army there. Skirmishers waiting on the side, protecting all of these box fishermen. Score pretty heavily in TFAM's favor. Green scouts are coming along the side from the Indian player, and they will find these wood choppers of Law Dogs, and they will do heavy, heavy damage. I was not playing well this game. I was getting frustrated with these scouts. And watching this now, I know what I should have done. But I'm going to keep that to myself for now. I'm going to keep that to myself. My scouts are trying to get through, but they're going to go down, dropping to the trash. They're doing damage. Villagers dropping for Law Dog. The quick wall looks like it wasn't successful, but the spearmen are moving back to push back those scouts. One scout idle in his village. Spearmen continue to move away. A lot of idle time on these villagers. Villager still keyed up. Oh, hitting his berry bush. He does have 4 farms. An idleville. But that's just not enough to sustain any type of production or get him quickly up to the next age. The middle is just a mess of walls, of palisade walls. Continuing to double wall the side to protect that eco. Not many farms at the moment, and idle. Still too many on berries. This is something that we notice now. We've watched this replay a couple times, and in the future, when we play this match, we are not going to invest as heavily on berries unless one of us is able to get the Frank player. And we think we probably should ban the Indians because, my god, that fishing bonus is huge. Green is on the side with 5, moving in with another group of 5. This is going to be big. He sees the villagers moving to the side to lumber camp, and they're going to take heavy losses. Here come the other grouping of 5, and they see the gold miners, and they will take them out. My scouts are moving back. Let's take a look at his upgrades. He has the defensive upgrades. Scouts are on the same level, except he has the numbers. Spear coming forward, not doing damage. Villagers dropping. Ay, 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 ay. Having to garrison in my base. Let's take a look over here. More trash for Law Dog. Nice little grouping of archers and spears and skirms. But look at this in my base. Spears doing some damage. Not quite clearing it up, but doing enough to want to make him retreat. Let's take a look at their ecos. Law Dog is hitting the box turtles, doing a good job, but the trash is coming back for Teal. And with the hill advantage, should do some heavy damage. Let's take a look at their ecos right now. A lot on wood. Still nothing on berries. 2 on gold here. And really, his food eco is this. He has begun to chop on the side. Teal still chopping heavily on the side. A couple on berries, quite a bit on gold, but still his food is coming from here. Law Dog's army having to move to the side, but these numbers are just massive. No upgrades. No upgrades, just relying completely on their natural counters. We have Roman Ragnarok in the Castle Age. He's dropping a house. He's dropping a second stable. And he will most likely go knights if you saw the number that he had on gold. Law Dog completely cleaned up. Let's just ignore my play for now. I am not happy with how I played this game. This was brutal. Have some spearmen. But honestly, both Law Dog and my eco were hit far too hard early game by just going on berries. Not the choice on this map. Not the choice at all. Law Dog is completely cleaned up. Teal has spent 2 elite skirmishers, and now both of TFAM are in the castle. Law Dog not close to enough food yet. He could drop a market and buy himself up. Potentially. Nah, he couldn't quite actually. He doesn't have enough wood. He doesn't have enough to sell. Little grouping there. Coming in. Camels coming up from the Indian player. Another stable getting dropped. Stonewall's on his side as well. Still a really interesting choice to wall off like this. Going to have to watch this a couple more times to see if it was worth it. To think about it. Maybe play some practice games. Law Dog moving up to the side to try and chop through. So much eco coming in. They've secured this, and tons of knights for the Byzantine player. Unupgraded. Ay, 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 ay. Teal should be getting through relatively soon. And Camel's still coming out for General Zuma. If you take a look in our bases, we're just trying to get up to the next stage. Law Dog getting wheelbarrow. Myself halfway up to castle with a population of 44. Zuma's population 56. Ragnarok's 92. Law Dog's 51. So it's just not looking good. It is not looking good at all. Military units moving forward for green, for teal, and it looks like they will converge on Law Dog. So much trash, so many spears, so many skirms, lots of knights. No upgrades. I don't like seeing that. Upgrades in for General Zuma on his camels, on his light calves. And they will come in. Law Dog has nothing to add to this. He's a quarter of the way up to castle. I'm just in castle. And what is my response to this? Let's take a look. Oh, but let's not miss this action. We got a light cav overcommitting underneath the TC. Gold miners getting hit of Law Dogs. And this looks like a GG right here. There is nothing that we have to counter this. Nothing come out for me currently. I'm switching to cav archers, which with these numbers of skirmishers are just not enough. Desperately trying to send something forward, but it's just... it won't do. In retrospect, watching these replays, our ecos were hurt so bad from the beginning, just from going to the berries. Now, if you have a civilization that maybe works faster, especially on foraging, like the Franks, you can go berries. You're not going to be hurt. But the thing is, when you're playing civilizations that don't have a bonus, I mean, that's just gonna be... Oh, I don't know how loud that is right now. I don't know if you can still hear me. I'll have to check that out in the replay and fix it in the future. But my point is, berries in future play are no-go. He gets the castle, but if we go to his... He has 32 population, completely idle. The only things working for him are the wood choppers on the side. Nothing queued up. And essentially that will be the GG. Just waiting at any second now to call it. I don't like watching this. Very irritating to see. Look at all the berries. They still... Oh, where is there? So he's begun getting his berries, but he still has 3 berry bushes left. Wherein mine are completely gone. Wherein Law Dogs are completely gone, as we opted to go right away. Teal is through. The TC will go down for Law Dog. There it goes. And where is the GG? I think we were a little salty after this one. There comes the GG. And... Ugh. I didn't like watching that, if I'm being honest. I wish I could get that one back. Both Law Dog and I wish we could get that one back. That was... Well, you know, you play, you watch, you learn. I did begin to stonewall the side. I didn't show this, though, because it was over at this point. I was desperately trying to get in here to build a TC, to boom back up, but... Let's just take a look at the achievements here. My military compared to Law Dogs. I'm sorry, Law Dog. I'm sorry. I played like trash that game. That was painful. Every single lead, other than the ones that you don't want, like units lost and buildings lost, went to TFAM. It looks like... Yep. Everything. So there we go. Game 2 between TFAM and Double Champ goes to TFAM, making this series 1-1. Going into Game 3, the winner of Game 3 will win the series. So I'll cast that one next for you guys. Cheers.